We've had one installation in Asia where we were tracking the distance the AutoFetch had travelled, and in a 12-month period it had travelled around 850 kilometres, which was fun to see. So from Melbourne to Sydney kind of. I guess one of the big challenges that's faced in our market today is the lack of skilled labour. So we are seeing a decline in skilled labour, so the drive towards automating the process makes it a lot easier for our customers, and that's the key challenge that they face. I think, if you look at, say, key markets that I interact in, like Japan and Korea, there is a big challenge. They've got a huge declining population, and so there is a need to drive towards automating the entire process, and that's where AIMS Automate comes into it. For example, Japan, 850,000 more people died than were born last year. And that represents a huge challenge for our customers to get access to skilled labour. AIMS Automate, we now have a number of installations now in Asia. They're very successful. We're able to increase the efficiency of the machine and the throughput. So AIMS Automate is really that next level, that next step, where we're removing the operator from the process. You're able to scale it. So, we have instances where we've had installation of 5 machines, now they're 15. And so you're able to scale it, but without bringing in the labour component. We're able to increase efficiency through measurement, compensation, but also, we look at the improvement on quality. So what it does is, obviously, when we automate it, we remove that manual intervention, and we obviously are able to improve the quality. AIMS Automate gives better visibility. Where are we up to? What do we need to do? You can have, smaller batch runs, so we're not having to run, larger. So stock obviously is a challenge today because customers want to have just the right amount. So you've obviously, reduced. You don't have to run longer production runs. You can have shorter, more flexibility, and you can see in real time what is happening on your production floor, whereas before it's, somewhat of a manual process. It really puts a step-by-step process. This is what we're going to do. We're going to, measure these key features and then track it. So we really, in a real-time environment, can track every aspect of the tool and what we're measuring, what we're compensating. We can look at what is my wheel wear. All of those different parts of it. You can really track in real time. We have a number of installations up and running and also underway at the moment. From my side, it was great to see the first, installation in Asia where we were selling off a concept, but then that implemented and actually working in a production environment was really impressive to see. Everything's running unmanned. There's no operator there. We have now obviously a number of installations, but we have the data to show that the system works very, very well. Yeah, look, the big one is uptime. So, how long do the machines continuously run? We've had cases where, we've had batches of machines running continuously for 20 days without any operator intervention. That's the key part, obviously tracking the uptime, because that's what customers want. They want their machine running 24/7. So, you can set up the AIMS system on a Friday and it'll run all weekend. And you can track it also from your phone or from your laptop. Where are we up to? What's happening? So that uptime part of it is really key.